They say dreams are often left for the movies or for the interests of your imagination, and it's only the rare lucky ones who ever get to live them out. But what if it didn't have to be this way, and we could pursue a life curated and crafted in alignment with our true motives and desires, unconfined by the expectations and presumptions of the so-called real world, where dreams are not just a figment of our imagination, but an indicator of identity and purpose, and that is not only exclusive to the lucky few who do catch them. Now, I'm currently sat in my dad's music studio, and it's really funny because this is such a nostalgic place every time I come down here. I used to spend a lot of time down here as a child with my dad making music. It was so much fun, and I was such a creative, artsy child. I just loved singing and dancing and performing and just being so carefree and enjoying creativity. And it's kind of funny because when we get older, I feel like we become so heightened aware of our own existence. We almost lose that capacity to be so carefree. And that really prohibits us from taking risks or being different and going down a different path than the majority of people. So it really got me thinking about this whole idea of having a dream and pursuing a passion, particularly one that may not align with a route that the majority of us will go down. And although I think there is an element of realism that has to be considered in the real world, I think realism and dreams actually can work harmoniously together as opposed to either it being one or the other. And it made me reflect that although the usual route of doing things is absolutely fine, I just always remember thinking that there has to be more to life than this. Just getting a job that will help me earn enough to eventually retire, and that makes me feel like I've made it. And although in that respect I would be deemed as successful, I just felt like that was never going to make me happy. And I just felt like I wanted more. And this inner child inside of me always wanted to come out and express this creativity and do something different. And I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but there seems to be this kind of pattern when it comes to taking a different route or pursuing something that is deemed a dream. That is kind of met with a lot of resistance initially by those who have maybe taken the traditional path and done the usual way of things. Yet conversely, if you have taken a different route and you can show results from it, from pursuing your dreams, those same people will applaud you for your courage and for being different. It's like the claps only come from the win, right? So what's the moral of the story here? Other people are not necessarily the best way to gauge if your idea is a good one or not. Only you and you yourself can decide that alone. So I kind of want this video to be a message and encouragement for anyone who maybe has a dream and isn't very satisfied with their life, and there's some kind of burning desire inside of them to want to pursue something and do something different. And I know there has to be a sense of realism, and like I said, I think realism and dreams actually work really harmoniously together, and that is how dreams can become reality, is by having that element of realism and forging a plan to make these things happen, because fundamentally, no one is going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. But I think the key thing is about taking action each and every day and looking at how you can make this come into fruition. How can you make your dream a reality? And I think that's where people get stuck, is they think that a dream is purely a dream. It's a fantasy. It's in your head. It could never happen. But action each and every day towards that dream, making it happen, it's almost like this snowball effect that gives you the confidence and takes you one step closer to your dream becoming a reality. Is when you start to pursue something that is so meaningful to you. It's almost like this awakening, and you start to live a life that is 100% designed for you. And that is a really fulfilling, gratifying, intangible feeling to try and relate to you. So if you can take anything away from this video, I want you to ask yourself, what action can I take today that is going to contribute towards my dream? That first step is ironically the hardest step that you can take. But it's that first step that gives you the courage to take the next one and the next one. And before you know it, you are so far down that path and you have made so much progress. You can see your dreams and this life that you have always wanted to live start to come into fruition. And that is just such a gratifying feeling that makes you kind of realize that dreams don't always have to just be dreams. They really can come true, and you don't necessarily have to go down the path most trodden to be successful in life or to be happy. And so I wanted to make this video today because I feel like there are enough people in this world telling you that you can't do something and not enough people telling you that you can. And as a result, I think we're really missing out on a lot of people pursuing their dreams and doing something different and bringing great things to this world because of it. So don't allow that to be you. And so I really hope that this video has offered you a little bit of courage to take that risk and to take that first action if you are feeling a little bit dissatisfied with your life and you have this burning desire to do something different, to just go for it and realize that it can happen. And I thought this was the perfect environment to make this video because it just reminds me of that carefree child that I was that had so many dreams and aspirations to do things. And I think we could all do with going back to that at times, because we need that inner child to feel the confidence and courage to take the risk and to make these things happen.